Did not fall for the double play action there, going to the fullback and tailback, and he ran him down. And his teammate out of Eastlake, Kazel, out there to slow down Davis before he could head upfield.
That's a loss of 3 on the play. It's 4th and 5, and McNally on the punt. And Marcus Haskell, number 14, and Roshan Marshall, number 81, the twin safeties for the North, standing inside their 5, Eric. Marshall.
Let it go.
Oh, it hit a player. Hit a North player?
I think it did. I don't know if the officials
are going to call that. No, the officials are going to give it to the North. At the 5-yard line. The South thought they had it. Number 25, Ralph Williams, saying,
I think it bounced off a player.
Let's see what happens.
I'm not going to name any names.
Trailer here. 34, that's close. That might hit somebody's elbow there. Brian Tisdale from Dunedin down there trying to block first. The officials let him play. That would have been a cheap one, and they want to see these kids get a chance to play. But
again, poor field position.
Barger with horrible field position for his offense.
He's got Saunders back there with Joe Dennis, his fullback, ready to run the student body right or left.
Got Marshall spread out wide to the right. Leonard Long to the short side.
Run to the right behind Holt and Veenstra and Swinsky out there. That's where the big guys are at.
Gonna run Dennis that way, and he's going to get out to the 9-yard line. So a little bit of room. Gets him out to the 9. It'll set up 2nd and a short 6.
Now Leverins will check in. Big size up front. Nice job by Scandalarius that time. Had some double team help on Tommy Ryan, moving him out of the way. Of course, you have to contend with Brandon Relaford out there as well from St. Pete. He's 6'3", 289.
Another one of the small guys. 2nd down and short 6. Flip the backs. This is Saunders. Saunders gets out near the 15. He's going to be very close to the first down. It's going to depend on the spot. He may have gotten just enough, Eric. If not, he's going to be just inches shy.
Well, if not, they'll be able to pick it up on this 3rd down. But again, you have Veenstra out there and the big tight end. Leverins who checked in, blocking, creating a running lane for Saunders, and he has the speed to shoot through that hole real quick.
3rd and inches. Last time on 4th and about a foot, they snuck Wolfenbarger. They've got the big fullback in there. Let's see what they do. Going to give it to Dennis, and he'll just move forward. He's 220 pounds, easily behind the big right side of the offensive front that you called for them to run behind. And they get the first down, move the chains out to about the 18-yard line.
I mean, that's almost 600 pounds over there. Well over that when you start adding in the tight end, and you start approaching, 900 pounds out there of big guys. Then you have Joe Dennis. They called him the Diesel up in Clearwater, 6'1", 220. This is a powerful back. If he can break through the linebackers, he has a little bit of speed where he can turn it on, and he's just a big guy to bring down. I'd keep running the football right now. You've had 3 plays in a row where it's worked. Just keep pounding them on that side.
Wolfenbarger, the quarterback, and the backs are in the I formation. Quick drop. Roshan Marshall can't haul it in. Good coverage, though. Wouldn't got very far.
We've seen good coverage, I believe, in my opinion, all night by the corners. And the DBs have really done their job. The balls have been delivered nicely, and the DBs have been right there. There's the other Chris Davis, who's going to Wake Forest on the coverage out of Gibbs, number 86. He had 7 touchdowns this year as a wide receiver for the Gladiators. He's out here playing some DB.
You got to try to get Marshall out there or Leonard Long in space, a little post pattern or whatever. Instead, they run the fullback up the middle, and not much doing. It's going to be 3rd and long again. And then Coach Keeler likes this offense, Eric. Got to take advantage of some of these athletes. You got Roshan out there, and Leonard Long, and Wolfenbarger, and let him throw the ball down the field occasionally.
Yeah, you haven't really seen anything going toward the middle of the field. Everything's been out. Everything's been out. Maybe start throwing toward the middle of the field. The only thing you've really seen in the middle has been a couple screen plays. Maybe that's something they run to Saunders here, but maybe a little play action here and get Marshall to one run down the middle. I mean, you have like 9 guys in the box right now.
Yeah, no safety right now. One-on-one coverage, and there it is. Stop and go out here to Roshan Marshall, and it's just overthrown. He had a step, but throw it too far to the sideline. It's going to fall incomplete in a punting situation again for the North.
Well, they abandon the run, and again, to the outside of the field. This doesn't fool the defense, and you have, remember the secondary there, step for step. Again, these cornerbacks have been doing a great job, and Marshall cannot make an adjustment to come back and get the football.
Brandon May in the punt. Petty handled the last punt. May, number 53. When safety's back for the South, Jason Teague, one of the men. Another short punt from May. This time it's going to take a nice bounce and roll for the North. And it's going to roll down to the 42. And the South, once again, though, with excellent field position, Eric. Let's go down to Scott Epstein for an injury update.
Very physical ball game here tonight. Miller went off. He's got a possible torn ACL or MCL. They're bringing the orthopedic over right now. They're not sure. As I'm standing over there, Mike Ross came off. Again, his elbow was hit. It's very physical out here tonight, guys.
Well, these guys are playing hard, Eric. This is not your typical all-star game where a lot of guys are just we don't get hurt and run the long pass plays and up and down the track meet. This is a battle in the trenches so far this evening for the most part.
I think now you look to try to get Jason Teague involved in the ball game. Now they're going to throw it.
Davis under pressure, and he's going to be sacked again. And that is once again Mike Andrews. Two great defensive plays in a row by Mike Andrews, the one to end the last drive. For on 3rd and 3, he dumped Davis for a 3-yard loss. That's a huge loss on the sack.
Yeah, and I believe on this play they were trying to get Teague involved. However, the pursuit too much from Andrews. Teague went on a deep pass pattern out of the backfield, but not enough time for Davis to set up, because as soon as he goes into his 3rd or 4th step in the drop, Andrews is in his back pocket with his 2nd sack of the night. That's a huge loss all the way back from the 42 back to the 26-yard line.
Well, Andrews is one of the typical high school defensive ends. He's 6'2", 190. He'd probably be a safety in college, and he's got the kind of speed to run down. Chris Davis going to hand the ball off to Teague this time, and Teague gets some of the yardage back out to the 35. It'll be 3rd and about 17 from there as he picks up about 8 yards on the play.
Dewberry puts a helmet in the chest here. You know, a modest gain here, gets some of those yards back. Here comes Dewberry, the Marauder, and Morton's able to help him out. 3rd and very long right now. Hit the end of the 3rd quarter already.
And that was the final play of a very quick 3rd quarter with the score of the South 10 and the North 3. We'll take a timeout and be back with 4th quarter action. You're watching the Palms Pinellas All-Star Football Classic on CWTV 47. Back at Largo High School, getting set to start the 4th quarter of the 8th annual Palms Pinellas All-Star Football Classic. Brian Oxgard Keaton back with you. The South leading it 10-3, facing a 3rd and we'll call it 16. Chris Davis going to fake a reverse. Will Jones. Jones cuts it up and will not get very far. And again, number 60, Mike Andrews, the first man in there smelling it out, and he got a lot of help that time. The North did a great job of running to the football defensively.
Yeah, as a unit, they really recognized this play out. Again, stayed in their lanes. Somebody was there just in case the reverse was ran to D'Angelo Woody, and Andrews fights off a block out there and gets the job done, holds on for the rest of his teammates to get in there and take down the ball carrier. Andrews really coming on strong here in the second half.
Now we got a different punter in now. This looks like
Woody. It's D'Angelo Woody.
Okay, D'Angelo Woody's going to punt it instead of McNally, and that's a heck of a punt. Nice high punt. Roshan Marshall maybe with an opportunity coming down his near sideline, gets a block. Roshan with a move, and out to the 45. Finally brought down by 63 Andres Kirchman.
That's because Kirchman has a wingspan like a condor out in California.
Big boy at 6'4", 250, and he runs pretty well, Eric. Nice special teams play, but a good return. We finally saw what Roshan Marshall could do in space when he has a little bit of room.
if he returns. You can check out the defense, see whether they're setting up, gets by the first man through, picks up a nice little block, then he tries to, there's another outstanding block, then tries to cut back to the inside, but Kurt